here is the next mulching site. I'm sure everybody kind of recognizes this one. I probably won't keep you guys in the cab a whole lot today, because you can tell with having that Lexan on the outside, I just got to get out with a paper towel and wipe it off. So it's going to be slightly annoying to look through, but it's still going to be better than knocking a window out. So. It's raining. It's supposed to rain all day. It's supposed to rain all week, actually. So I was just going to kind of show how much water actually runs down. And this isn't a whole lot right now, but you can see how it's full enough. It just runs over the top of that concrete and then runs onto it. It's washed quite a bit of that creek rock around, but it's flowing down pretty good. It looks like all that stuff I filled in is held up pretty well. It's like a little bit of it's washed down there, so I meant to come down here. I'm trying to think. It's probably been 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, I know it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I guess it was just last week. We had like a big flash flood. So you can tell, like that creek edge right there, that the water washed that, and it looks like a little bit of it jumped up and washed some of this over here. Because it's taking a lot of that creek rock I had spread and pushed it down there, so it may move even more this week, because we're supposed to have rain and severe storms tonight, nothing Tuesday, and then Wednesday through Saturday morning, anywhere between 2 and 5 inches of rain and severe storms. But my road's held up nice. Probably getting ready to track up this stuff pretty bad, but I need to come in here. This is the backside of that lagoon, and excuse me, I gotta mulch all these trees down, and it's all on top of riprap. So I just gotta be real careful and not mulch the riprap. I'm tracking down to this end, and I'm gonna start and work my way down, only because I'll be able to kind of see better without having the arm and stuff in the way going the other direction. Because that thing spins like counterclockwise, so it'll shoot everything out that way, but I can just kind of keep working down the fence row here. That's what we got going on for today, so let's get to it. Well, I got the bucket back on now. I was kind of going down through there and picking up all the limbs and pieces of the trees and stuff, because it just was like a tornado or something came down through there. And I don't know, we're supposed to paint the tops of these stumps with that Tordon, but it's got to be cut off smooth. But that's going to be a pain. So I've kind of been ripping some of these stumps. It's like they're almost growing in the riprap. They're not even actually down in much dirt or anything, so they pop out extremely easy. So I don't know, I think that's going to look better. I mean, that's still not great, but I can kind of pick some of that stuff up and then just kind of re-rake all the riprap, and then those little sticks and stuff will eventually die out. But that may be a whole lot better than trying to trip over that stuff and get all the stumps out. I mean, some of them, if they're really in there, I'll probably just bring the saw back. But I mean, that looks a whole lot better than what that does. So that's just kind of the, I don't know, the worst part about having all this riprap and then not having it maintained is trying to get it back. But I think after we do this, we should be able to kind of keep it sprayed and stuff as time goes, instead of letting it get up to these 15-20 foot tall trees. So but yeah, we'll just carry on. This turned out, so it came out pretty good. It's still kind of rough looking for all the mulch and debris and stuff that's still in that riprap. That is a pain to get all that stuff out, like those little stobs, and kind of get it cleaned up. But I think once some of that stuff kind of rots out or dies and the leaves fall off of it, it'll kind of look better. And I don't know, I may bring the loader back and try to do a little dressing up here. A lot of like these little sticks and such, I mean, when I come back through here a couple weeks with the diamond mower, I can kind of mulch them up and they'll just disappear. But it's a big difference from what it looked like. I said, it's just kind of, it doesn't, you know, it doesn't look like new riprap or what. I tried to kind of rake through there, and I could walk through and pick out some more of those sticks in a little bit, but just trying to mulch on the side of there and not get into the rock was a little tricky. So we'll just kind of maybe, I'll walk through there and pick out the big pieces and then kind of see how it goes. Like I said, when some of that stuff kind of rots or dies out, I don't think you're going to notice it near as bad. And then when my grass comes back here, because it's nice and wet. So but yeah, I think that's pretty much it for down here. I may, if I've got time, go further down and do a little bit there. We kind of cut some of the stuff inside. Some of these pieces are just, they're going to take a little time. I have to come back like with a sawzall or something, because they've kind of woven into the fence and I need to get that pulled out. We try to cut them off at the bottom so they will die out, but they just look even worse now since they're the only things there. But now I'm going to track up back by here, and kind of where we come in, I'm going to try to mulch some of this stuff that's just hanging over the fence in the driveway in there, and kind of open that up a little bit for the end of the day. And then tomorrow we'll be back at it across the street, so we'll make our way back up here.